I go live.
And YouTube live.
And YouTube live. We live everywhere. Let me turn
I
this
think
up.
that's the most people I've seen on there right when we started.
Oh, it is. Got a high
usually
number.
it builds up. But that's
Picks up. There we go. I'm glad you all care about what's happening in the world.
There's a lot. What's up, Antonio? Man, this Monday.
Hey, what's going on, Antonio?
It's been a long Monday already. It's only 10 o'clock here.
It's only 10 o'clock and it's been a long day. I worked out earlier. He was on the stream earlier, like 5 a.m.
True.
Antonio gave us the best UK hits we've heard in a while. You definitely gotta listen to that.
Hey, Sumitra.
Hey, Sumitra. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 19. I'm King.
I'm Bitcoin Zay.
And we are talking about a lot of madness. Neo. There we go. That's right. We was back pumping. Hold on for the ride.
Into the Matrix.
What's up, Ray? How you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Long weekend, a lot of crypto news. We got a lot of great stuff for you this week. We are pumped up and motivated. That price is looking good today, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Where we at right now?
We're at 4,400, holding strong.
4,400 holding strong.
I think it may have went up to 4,420 in the last hour or so with some good news. I think as soon as that the Wall Street Journal article came out, the price jumped real quick, about $20, $25.
On day.
Yeah, good news starting off today.
So 4,400. Once again, for all those a couple weeks ago who was hitting us up, messaging. I can't say that word. Messages.
What's up, Cali Coins?
For everybody who's messaging us a couple weeks ago, worried about the price, we kept saying don't worry. We kept saying to hold. Boom. Look. Just don't worry. Hold on.
Yeah, we passed that psychological barrier. What's going on?
Bitcoin.
Yeah, we passed the 4,400 barrier. So yeah.
All right. So what we starting with today? Goldman Sachs. Here we are.
Yep.
Goldman Sachs, the traditional establishment. What about Goldman Sachs? What are they talking about today?
Well, Wall Street Journal just released an article stating that Goldman Sachs may or may not be trading Bitcoin. I guess they kept it ambiguous, for whatever reason.
And we talked about them before as well.
They're trading Bitcoin. They're going to trade it. They're either using it. They're testing. They're not just testing it out to see what could happen. This is, I think, their third attempt at getting into the space. They got tired of using blockchain, I guess, because the R3 consortium fell through. They had another.
Wait, are they actually using the word Bitcoin now?
That was in the article.
Oh, man, there we go.
Yeah, so, they definitely.
The Vampire Squad getting their hooks into Bitcoin, yep.
Yeah, so I would say, if you have family, friends that are still doubting it and they still believe in banks, tell them that the banks they believe in are on the cryptocurrency train now.
Banks don't believe in banks no more.
Yeah, because I'm sure Jamie Dimon's in the corner like, come on, man, are you serious? Damn, I'm trying to get this price down and y'all keep promoting it.
Hey, Goldman, I thought we was in this together, man.
Exactly. So, good news. I will say, like I said, news is always ambiguous, but if you read between the lines, you can see eventually they will, in my opinion, have a trading platform with something like Fidelity.
Make it sideways, guys.
Same concept. So, we're working on those t-shirts now. We got the artwork done with our faces already. So we'll have those t-shirts, have some merch out. Definitely. But that's from Goldman Sachs this morning. Also, I will say, what was the other one? Morgan Stanley last week.
Oh, Morgan
He's
Stanley.
another one who said something about it that's kind of against Jamie Dimon. So if you're reminded, it's starting. The tide is starting to turn a little bit. So.
Oh my goodness! So they actually mentioned Bitcoin. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
For my I Go Live people, is this sideways is going to mess you up, or should I do vertical? Because I want to make sure you can get both of us. Let me know.
Yeah.
But that is amazing. I love that Goldman Sachs actually used the word Bitcoin. Step in the right direction.
Absolutely.
And with Goldman Sachs, once again, we are talking a lot of establishment today. We've said it before. We'll say it again. A lot of this stuff happens on Friday nights, Saturday mornings, all that stuff. Just say no to word. So once again, it happens while we're sleeping. It happens when we're not paying attention. But you have people like us watching out because we know the tricks of the trade. So Bitcoin exchanges as banks. I posted an interesting comment on this. I think we were both talking about it. Was first Bitcoin isn't real. No. First it was what is Bitcoin. Then it was Bitcoin isn't real.
It's not real currency.
It's not real currency. Then it's Bitcoin is only for criminals in North Korea. And then Bitcoin is a fraud. And now now the U.S. government is saying Bitcoin exchanges can apply to be banks.
Oh yeah.
Wow. How far have we come?
Yeah. In a few short years. Oh yeah. Few short years, we've got all the way to where you can apply to be a bank now.
Yeah, yep. Friday night news. So my KMB just said the Friday night news dump is where you find all the gems.
Pay attention.
I keep telling you Friday night, and people always wonder why I'm tired on Monday. Like Monday to me is a Thursday, okay? It's like a Wednesday, Thursday. Like we start the week on Friday because you're not bothered throughout the weekend. You can get work done. You know, Friday's Monday. I keep telling you this all the time. Saturday's Tuesday, Sunday's Wednesday, Monday's Thursday. Like everything really happens on Friday. So you gotta start training that mind. We remember we're on an international scale now as far as the news cycle, money, everything. Everything just don't happen Monday through Friday like we wanted to. Crypto Q, what's up?
What's going on? Yeah, but on Friday before you go out and party with your friends, if you're pre-gaming, check the news, read something for about 20-30 minutes. I promise you'll find something interesting because it's been happening a lot lately with these news cycles. So and it happens all the time.
So that so Bitcoin exchanges. So the government is saying that Bitcoin exchanges can apply to be banks now.
Yeah.
So when we've said this before, we said once you have enough Bitcoin, you are going to be the bank.
You are a bank.
You talk about salt lending, being able to lend out your own Bitcoin from person to person, decentralized.
Yep.
But are we starting to see cracks in it? What's going on? Are they really starting to accept it?
Oh yeah. I'm starting to see the cracks. We both saw it a long time ago. We knew it was coming, but the fact that they're commenting on it is what a good thing is. Whether they say anything good or bad, if they're still talking about it, if they're still mentioning it, which this news cycle the last few months, I've never seen anything like this. Every day is something. Then you're in a good space. But banks, I mean, why do they think we need your permission to go forward? I'm pretty sure,
Right, that's the funny thing again.
I'm pretty sure they understand.
Antonio,
they understand that cryptocurrencies were meant to go outside of banks, but they can't fathom, them not being involved as much as they are now. So, centralized to a degree.
And it won't be long before the centralized exchanges will be laughed at. Right now, we just have to use them. But I mean, when you really look at that, the U.S. is going back and forth as far as our stance on this, and now they're saying, as in a Bitcoin exchange, you can apply for a bank license. Like, do you understand how crazy that is? First of all, can we arrest Jamie Dimon for manipulation? The SEC just said they have, the SEC, the Treasury, they have their new cyber unit now. They have two teams in their cyber unit now. We talked about the cyber unit. I'm not even gonna say the team names because who cares? But they still don't understand. I would never respect an SEC cyber team unless they start arresting people from the 2008 financial crisis. Absolutely. When you start arresting those people, when you start arresting the people who had their claws in gold for I don't know how long manipulating the price, then I'll start respecting that. But until then, I really don't care. But anyway, they have their two little cyber teams that are already 20, 30 years behind the curve of these freaking 14-year-olds who know how to do coding and hacking. But it's so interesting. They're trying to arrest people now for market manipulation. They're going after people on Facebook too. So people out there, I'm gonna call out a couple people. I've seen some of these businesses guaranteeing 7% a day. They are going after them. So seriously, that is a good thing. But at the same time, it's like how can you? You got to clean up your own backyard. You got Jamie Dimon saying Bitcoin is a fraud. And the U.S. is backing and endorsing those statements because he's not being arrested. But then on Monday morning, you're also saying, we got a new cyber unit out. We got two teams. We're going after market manipulation. Oh, and by the way, Bitcoin exchanges can apply to be banks. So wait, if you can apply to be banks, then it's not a fraud. It's real.
It's real.
So Jamie Dimon, that was market manipulation.
So that was real.
Okay, so I'm just making sure we're on the same page. But we're not going to arrest him. We're going to go after the schemers out here, which is also good because we don't want these guys in the space either. But
I mean, shit, that SEC cyber unit guy used to work for Goldman Sachs, so one of the head leaders. So they go back and forth. So they're regulating their friends, which they go out and hang out with. If you've ever seen any The Big Short, Wolf of Wall Street, any of these movies like that, you kind of get a glimpse into it. And I know bankers personally. The only way to get away with it, like somebody said, like the insurance scam, the only way to get away with it is if the claims agent is in on it too. So yeah, absolutely. I'm with you there. They definitely are. I mean, that's working back and forth.
It's funny, and see, it actually isn't funny. I make light of it, but here's the real issue. You talk about a trust in your government, trust in the structure, trust in the banking structure, the financial system. This is what continues to erode it, continues to dilute it, continues to chip away at it. Is that they're really just playing a game. And at this point, it's getting so disrespectful. They're doing it in front of you.
Yeah.
They're literally putting out news on Friday nights that is important that people need to see and know. And then they're literally pushing it to the side. If they say anything, they're literally allowing the members, the CEOs of the largest banks internationally to come out and drive the price of something down just so they can get their cut. So it's to the point now where, you know, we always talk about conspiracy theory. It's not a conspiracy theory. I mean, what's going on, it sucks. It is a problem. But you know what? I'm not one to complain. So we are taking active steps to correct this thing because this isn't how society is meant to be. This isn't how it's going to be. With that, let's talk about somebody else in the banking or financial structure that actually knows what they're talking about. Christine Lagarde, head of the IMF. I'm gonna read this. I got some quotes from her.
International Monetary Fund.
International Monetary Fund. So they control the links for all the money everywhere worldwide. You know, they're working together. So Christine Lagarde, I might pronounce that wrong, and I don't actually mean to pronounce hers wrong. Head of the IMF warns central bankers that Bitcoin is rising. She has told them not to discount digital currencies because they are gaining more adoption and traction. Lagarde addressed this issue in the conference Friday in London. She said digital currencies might give existing currencies, and I quote, a run for their money. She said, once again, in quotes, in many ways, virtual currencies might just give existing currencies and monetary policy a run for their money. The best response by central bankers is to continue running effective monetary policy, whatever effective means in that sense, while being open to fresh ideas and new demands as economies evolve. She said right now, digital currencies are unlikely to replace traditional ones. We know that. It's early. But she said, you know, because they're too volatile, too risky, too energy intensive, and the underlying technologies are not yet scalable. However, she made it a point to say, while all this exists, this is a technological problem that will be corrected. She said not so long ago, some experts argued that personal computers would never be adopted and that tablets will only be used as expensive coffee trays. So I think it might not be wise to dismiss virtual currencies. Yeah. So she basically says she understands the scaling problem, the technological problems behind it, so it's not going to happen overnight. But she's finally coming out, you know, she's coming out saying, head of the IMF, this is real, this is happening. She also made some side comments like, then the scale won't take that long as it used to. We say that all the time, the technological curve.
Yeah, like if you know Moore's Law actually states that every 2 years technology doubles in speed. And if you see where we're at now, if you can imagine what we have now being twice as innovative in the next year, in my opinion, you can only imagine how far along we'll be. That's why when it's a technological problem, bankers have to pay attention, because if it's solved with technology, you can always solve the problem. That's why I love technology. It either works or it doesn't. If it works and all you need to do is scale it up, make it less volatile, make it less risky, yeah, it's definitely gonna
boom in 2 years. Antonio, you're right.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, she was saying things that people are actively working on right now. Like for instance, volatility. Volatility actually has decreased substantially since the beginning. We're at a point now where volatility doesn't affect really any long-term holders, more so the short-term people. Then when you talk about scaling it up, Bitcoin is working on it. You know, we have the fight in November with 2x, but at least people are actively working on it. So
they're working to fix it.
They're working to fix it.
And either way, even with 2x, when it came to Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold now, whatever it is getting to the point. It's normal. We see a problem. There's people there to fix it. I mean, I don't, and I would say I don't understand why they don't understand, because I know they do. They're saying they don't, but so yeah, I mean, it's not the only issues right now are tech issues. I mean, as far as people using it, big news. Bitcoin Zay walked in today and was like, "Yo, we go to this gas station next door all the time. Been going there." He was like, "This got Bitcoin ATM."
Yeah, I just came today and was like, "Yeah, let me grab a coffee," and boom, it says buy Bitcoin here around the outside. And when I walked in, I asked the lady, I was like, "Hold up. Y'all have a Bitcoin ATM?" And she really didn't even know what it was, but the owner probably does. He got it in there real quick. What was it, Rocket Coin? Right. Yeah. So yeah, you see it. It's popping up everywhere.
So the point is this: is like, you know, people fear Bitcoin because it's like, okay, how do I buy it? What is it? All that. The advances are being made every day, every week, every month. The advances are being made so that you don't have to overthink it. You know, you all won't be sending us your own wallet addresses. One day you'll just be sending us, you know, a quick little blurb, wherever. We might just be able to sync it via phone or a QR code type deal. So everything that we need is coming. It just takes time. So we're in the right direction. But IMF, she's been around. I think she's been around since like 2011 or something. So she's seen her fair share of financial crisis and all that. And she's on board with it. One commenter on the article I saw, SJS, he made a great comment. He said Lagarde, like I said, I don't know which one it is. She says what Jamie Dimon and Belfort already know, but certainly can't endorse. Public figures of her stature don't make these comments just for the sake of it. given the potential fallout. The tide is turning. The IMF knows the game is up and ultimately doesn't want to end up with the Wall Street bankers in the same corner. This is a good sign. LaGuardia is smart and has weathered many a storm. And I agree. You know, the writings on the wall for these bankers who go, you know what? If you ever cornered a wild animal, I mean, I'm telling you, if you ever cornered an animal, or in general, you know, everybody knows the saying, like, people, out of fear, they will fight the hardest and the most ferocious, even injuring themselves or possibly killing themselves, where they're in the corner. And right now, the bankers are it's happening slowly. They're not there yet, but they see it happening. They're not even used to this being uncomfortable. They will be pushed into the corner, and I guarantee you they are going to start fighting even harder and more ferocious, and they might kill themselves in the process, but that is what wild animals do. And these bankers right now, they're wild animals. They're breaking laws. People are going, you know, forget debt. People are, you know, just literally becoming bankrupt. You know, the housing crisis destroyed people's lives. So to me, they are wild animals, and they're being cornered now with the new disruptive technology and system, and they're about to start fighting for their life right now. So
even if it's a lie, we fight on that lie.
I just saw the new.
I love The Wire. I love that quote.
What they say?
KMB. He was saying off The Wire. When
Happy
he was
Monday,
like,
dear.
Even if it's a lie, we fight on that lie. It was like,
oh, The Wire. Yeah.
When it went to war, when Avon and all, it was like, who cares? At this point, this is what we got to be. So. Whenever anybody tells you, you know, these people, they're against it, they're about, not really. They're just saying what they got to say to survive. Like he said, self-preservation, last law, and that's what they're doing. They got to keep their business.
And that's the crazy, and once again, and you know I say this in a jokingly manner, but that is like the old way of thinking, like, and not just for the age group of people. Now, I mean, you know, we always say, hopefully we won't fall into this zone one day where we're like, oh, this is the way it's always been done. It doesn't work. Why aren't people open? If I see new technology, if I see new everything, I'm open into it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you all something very short, quick. I was on my iGo Live this weekend. I'm streaming everything. There's a 12-year-old in India already on my iGo Live. He has his own YouTube channel up. He has like 50 videos up and everything. And this guy is just getting after it. And Bitcoin Zay said the same thing. He's like, you remember where a lot of developers are coming from right now. They're coming from India. Their kids are around the tech. And it's just like, this is happening. There are 12-year-olds out there creating technology, people.
They're going to eat your lunch.
And you are, they're going to eat your lunch, and you are crazy if you think you're going to disregard them because of their age or the disruption they're creating with their technology. So, and you know, from my perspective, and you said the same thing for like, we accept that, we like it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Miss Bone?
I'll comment too. Some of the people I've actually done consulting for, when I tell their kids, it takes them less than 5 minutes to understand what I'm talking about. They may not have, you know, all the technical specifications, but they understand sending money from one person to another instantly. And when you talk about, you know, the fact that you can make money and things of that nature, you don't have to, you know, rely on your parents. You got a bunch of 15, 16-year-olds that are eating it up. So they're going to be the economy in the next 5 years. Those are the ones that's going to be starting work, going to college.
Vitalik.
Oh, yeah.
Ethereum.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only, what, 23 right now?
Yeah, he's starting with 17. So, you know, I mean, if you're older right now and you're not into coding and all that, that's fine. But what you need to understand is the next generation is so far along that it won't take a lot for them to adapt to it. It'll be such a boom of people who use it. If you're already in there, you're good. But if you're, you know, kind of sitting back like, well, I'll wait and see what happens. Yeah, these kids are not waiting. There's so many that are already in the technological world. Yeah, Bitcoin is just the natural next step. And they're open to learn stuff.
So I'm not sure if you all saw it. We told you we love Andre Antonopoulos on this side. He just had a new video come out this weekend. And I cannot exactly. He basically
get it.
What is that?
So I'm coming for the youngins that's coded. Yeah,
right. Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, hook them up with a job computer. But I can't remember the point I was going to make, but Andre Antonopoulos is out on video this weekend. He basically just talking about how millennials are literally not going toward banks and everything. Some of the same stuff he says, but I would say check it out. He has a good video. I posted one on my Facebook about the control of money and all that, but he made some very good points, interesting points. So it's always a great person to watch.
Boy, Andreas.
Let's see what else we have. Oh, here's one which is good for the community in the sense of mainstream adoption, but you'll know why it's bad after I say it. Dubai is issuing its first ever state cryptocurrency, or first ever in general state cryptocurrency. The local government in Dubai has officially launched its own cryptocurrency called Mcash, according to announcements by local news media outlets. I can't say it without laughing.
Jesus Christ.
The cryptocurrency, now here's a good thing about it. It's going to be used for payment for governmental, which I can understand the governmental part, but also non-governmental services. Let's see. They're going to be considered legal tender. And yeah, once again,
that's an oxymoron. State issued cryptocurrency. The word crypto is private. Like, that's exactly what crypto means. So, yeah, crap cash.
Right, crap cash. Once again, I give them props for bringing along blockchain and the word cryptocurrency, but Dubai, you just don't. You're about to turn yourself into a lavish stock. All right, you're on a good track with this real estate gig little thing you had going on for the marketing. You're talking about adopting it, but now you're also saying that you're gonna have a state back one. What? Stop fighting. Yeah. Stop fighting the decentralized. It's an unwinnable war. It's an unwinnable war. All right, people.
People that want to win will find a way. And if you keep, combating it, that's fine because it's free promotion. I've always said all news is good news, especially in the crypto space, because when nobody knows about it, just mentioning it, it'll have people look it up. I mean, so I'm glad they are saying it too. But yeah, keep that state back.
You can keep that to yourself. Yeah. Use it for intra-governmental services. That'll be good. All right. But okay, with the next story though, which is piggybacking right off this is, however, Sweden is poised to become the leading Scandinavian cashless society through Bitcoin. Sweden, there we go.
There we go.
Hand clap for Sweden.
Through Bitcoin.
Through Bitcoin. All right.
Word, not blockchain and other bullshit. No.
Well, the good thing is, first, we are noticing, because you even said Goldman Sachs today.
Yeah.
The word Bitcoin is starting to come.
Yeah.
And we tell, wait, people, Donald's going to have to say it. We're starting to say it.
Go to Sweden.
Hey, we're going to Sweden. Whatever. Don't they have models too? Is that Swedish? Swedish models, yeah. And Swedish fish. No, I'm just kidding.
And Swedish meatballs.
They got a bunch of great stuff in Sweden. I want to go to Sweden. But people are starting to say the word Sweden. Or excuse me, I said Sweden. I'm reading comments. People are starting to say the word Bitcoin. By people, I mean the establishment, the traditional folks, the institutions, which is good. But one important thing about Sweden, they said, let's see. Reports show that 900 of Sweden's 1,600 bank branches no longer store cash, and they will no longer accept cash deposits. There's a gradual decrease in numbers of ATMs, and the circulation of Swedish krona fell from 106 billion in 2009 to 60 billion in 2016. Now, not just Sweden, we said it, I think it was probably like one of our first few videos, but the U.S. is going away from cashless society. I think it's something, the numbers are crazy. It's like, only 26% of people still really use it. So that's why you have the Apple Pay. That's why you have this. Like in Apple Pay, like you said the other day, they copied off Bitcoin. I mean, allegedly, I'll say.
Allegedly,
I don't know.
As soon as Bitcoin came out, 2013, they hired a bunch of developers to develop Apple Pay and then Samsung Pay. It all came out 2014, just out of the blue. If you notice, just what is this? So
right.
Yeah.
So we are like, I was talking to another once again. He's our age, but he has a traditional mindset of cash and is not going anywhere and all that. And we had a very interesting discussion. I'm like, what do you mean it's not going? It's already gone, just about.
It almost costs more to print the dollar than it does for $1. Like if most of the value is gone, if it costs you $1 to print $1, at that point it's useless. And right now I think we're at the point where it costs like 90-something cents to print $1. It's like why are we printing it? So waste of time, waste of energy. Actually good for the environment. Once we have less electricity used to mine Bitcoin, which people are working on right now. So and all the eco people, that's another thing, people kind of gloss over, is from an environment standpoint, printing cash and chopping down trees is actually bad.
It's bad.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's simply just not good for the environment for those people that are on that. So that's another argument for it. Yeah. I mean.
But so that's crazy, Sumitra. See how I changed. I'm just saying traditional mindsets because it's people. It's people my age who have them too, who are acting like the oldest people I've ever met. I'm like, dude, you got like $100K in the bank. I know people my age, late 20s, early 30s, 150K in the bank, and they still don't want to invest anything in Bitcoin. I even told them, I was like, dude, just put 1,000. Like you have 6 digits in the bank, and you have a steady career. Put 1,000 in Bitcoin. They still, it's a little too high risk for me. I'm like, you're 30 years old, man. Like, really, if you can't recover from a loss right now, then you shouldn't be here.
And if
they are young dinosaurs. They're young dinosaurs. There we go, Sumitra.
We got some baby stegosaurus.
We got some baby stegs. There we go.
Baby stegs.
But yeah, they're going to learn a valuable lesson. But hey,
let's see. What's the question? 100% crypto. I'm almost there. I'm about 80%. I'm 28.
Nice.
Yep. So what's the question?
All right, haters gonna hate.
Let's see. Baby stegs out here. It's some people too. because they don't understand Bitcoin, they don't want to mess with it. And I'm like, so you don't understand it. If that's your barrier of entry, then don't talk to me anymore, because we have so much information out there. Just personally on our channel, Google, YouTube. I mean, if you don't know about it, learn. And I can guarantee you, like at this point, nobody I've told about Bitcoin, I tell them come see me in a year. 0 complaints. Nobody's ever complained that they got into the space.
That's true. I haven't heard any complaints.
0. The only people that complain are people like, why didn't my Bitcoin increase? And like, when'd you buy it? 2 months ago. What? You're like,
yeah. I commented on somebody today because they were like, Bitcoin is too late to invest. I was like, well, no, it's just, if you're thinking for a 2-week turnaround, it is. But shout out to haters gonna hate on my I Go Live. He or she said that they live off Bitcoin. It's all about being consistent, and they've made $50,000 off investing in Bitcoin already. They use HIT BTC. So another exchange. Oh, they made $50,000 trading it. So yeah, you got to trade. Yeah, that's right. They do the swing trade. So this is possible. Like I said, I know another guy. Another shout out to one of the guys on the I Go Live team. You know, he had a game plan to buy. I said this last week. He had a game plan to buy a new what was it?
Tesla.
A new Tesla. You know, $40,000 car or whatever. He had his, his goals set for, I think he said like 3 to 6 months. No, I think he had like from 6 months a year to save up. Threw it in different cryptos. He said he threw it in the top 10. He put like $1,000 each. He had $10,000. Threw $1,000 each in the top 10. I think he said within 3 months he was able to buy that new Tesla. So, this is real, people. This is the real deal. What they say?
Let's see. How do we feel about Ethereum leaking with Dragon Chain starting Amazon? Here's my thing about Ethereum. From an investor standpoint, I do see the price of Ethereum increasing simply because of the connections they made with Amazon, with different platforms. However, I will say it does concern me, some of the leaks, some of the hacks, and the ability to hard fork again, in the future. They've already discussed it. So I would be cautious, but at the same time, I won't tell anybody not to buy Ethereum because obviously it's been very, very profitable. So at 300, I mean, I would be kind of cautious, but I do see it actually going up a lot by the end of this year. I mean, that's mostly all the alts. I see them coming back for this year, simply because new money coming in after China finishes whatever they got to do October 10th. So, and
then October 16th, real quick for China, they're supposed to be doing, I guess, their parties. I don't know, because they don't do like elections, right? I don't know. Something's happening with their party switching. I know their main minister, secretary, whatever, he's not going anywhere, but some of the other parties leaving. But when that does happen, look out for October 16th, because if the Chinese do make some switches in their, I guess presidential executive branch, then they can change their financial policy as well. But yeah, so it's a lot of good stuff. Oh, also with Ethereum, I would say the only thing that's a killer for a lot of these coins in general, Ethereum's in that mix too, is you remember, people, we are brand new. Like this is still a new space. So all it takes is for the next 17, 18-year-old. Because how old was Vitaly Buterin?
17 when he made it.
So he was 17 when we made Ethereum. He's 23 now. You tell me, from being in the space as long, him maturing, if he had to set out to make another Ethereum, could he make a better product? I don't know.
Is it already out there?
That's what I'm saying. So,
Neo,
right, Ubik, yeah. So all it literally takes right now is another year or two for another 17-year-old, 18-year-old, 25, 30, somebody 40 just get into it, and they make something that's that great, and the price will plummet. So that's the only thing I would say watch out for. But like I said, it's connected to so many apps right now. I think we will get a heads up for it happening. We'll give you the heads up if that would happen. But I mean, I'm saying it's possible.
Oh yeah.
When you're talking about investing.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. We talked about the banks, which is too funny. Oh, dinosaur of the day, people. We have another dinosaur of the day. Always, it never fails us, does it? Philly Fed chief says Bitcoin has little chance of thwarting monetary policy. Oh, good. I didn't write his name down. I thought I wrote his name down, but it doesn't matter. It's the Philly Fed chief. He's a dinosaur of the day because he went on stage for a conference the other day. And he said that Bitcoin has yet to be tested by a real catastrophe, but when that one happens, people will be more likely to flock back to government-backed money. Bitcoin has yet to be tested by a catastrophe. When it happens, people will flock back to government-backed money. I mean, do you not see the oxymoron, like you see the irony in this?
I would like to disagree. Have you not seen what Bitcoin has gone through the past? I mean, Bitcoin's been through so many catastrophes. It's a joke now that Bitcoin is dead. How many times have they said? 100 and something? Yeah, the media push, the pushback from regular people. the obvious, like Mount Gox, Silk Road, big things that people know about. That's hilarious. He actually thinks people are going to run to the banks.
Patrick Harker.
Yeah.
Patrick Harker, you are the dinosaur of the day. Your opinion no longer matters here. What was that? What was that?
Yeah.
Your opinion no longer matters here either. No one cares about your cushy government job you have. I had a government job too. I know how it works. All right, let's stop acting like everybody that works for the government is a genius. Don't get me wrong. There are geniuses there. But when it's people talking like this, come on. I'll go back to what that commenter said about the IMF. The IMF commenter. They basically said that all these guys, they know what they're trying to. They know the disruption, but they can't come out and say it. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping he's one of those guys too, because if not, I am really scared for the people we do have in charge of our money. Mm-hmm. I see why they've been doing such a terrible job. Yeah. But I mean, this is ridiculous. You say
AMA episode.
What's Reddit?
Yeah. Reddit, yeah. Maybe we'll see. We got a few more platforms.
Yeah,
we're up to 4 now, so we're trying to.
Yeah, we're up to 4 platforms.
Yeah, so we're trying to keep it consistent, but yeah, it's a lot of them we can do.
So let's go back to I think it was Patrick Harker, the dinosaur of the day, Philly Fed chief. His most pertinent critique was perhaps that cryptocurrencies have not been significantly tested enough to ensure confidence. So 2 things. He said that we haven't seen a Bitcoin catastrophe, or we haven't seen Bitcoin in a catastrophe. Yeah, D-Tube. I got you, Antonio. I actually got to pull it up still. I'm going to look it up. Mm-hmm. And that cryptocurrencies have not been significantly tested enough to ensure confidence. Well, it's funny you say that, Patrick Harker, a.k.a. the dinosaur of the day, because I know what has been tested enough to ensure my confidence. The banking and financial system, at least speaking here on stateside, has been tested enough that I don't trust it. I don't trust you. I don't trust any banker. I don't trust big banks. I don't trust it. So yeah, you know what? That has been tested enough. 2008, it was put to a real test, and I saw how many criminals got away with just outright, like, this crime. Yeah. Like, breaking the law.
Who they run to?
And they ran to the government. So yeah, you know what?
Sprinted.
That has been tested, and it's lost my confidence already. So you know what? I'd rather go with the new Bitcoin thing. A. And then B, we haven't seen a real catastrophe. That's the brilliance of it. That's what they don't understand. You know what? I don't say I want to see a catastrophe, but we know when's coming. When a catastrophe happens, people are going to flock to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Mm-hmm. So you know what? We haven't seen one yet. And when we do see one, Lambo.
Oh yeah.
Like straight up, like Lambo. Yeah. So
and faith in the markets is literally what Bitcoin was made for. So
Presswood, thank you.
Yeah, every time it's happened before, Brexit, Bitcoin jumps. India demonetization, Bitcoin jumps. Venezuela goes down the toilet, Bitcoin jumps. So and then the night Trump was elected, Bitcoin jumped.
Boom, 20%. We called that.
I tell people confidence in the market is all we have. Bitcoin Island.
Yeah, I was just joking when I said that. Oh, yeah, come on. Oh, well, we're building. Yeah, it's empires being built over here.
Oh yeah.
It's empires.
I'm gonna link up with Richard Branson and see where he gets his islands from. But just waiting on that. We'll see. Mm-hmm.
All right, but that was a dinosaur day. Who won the free Bitcoin last time?
Free Bitcoin last time was Cornelius.
Cornelius.
He's the only one actually commented on it, but he was saying he was stating that he thinks Trump will be the next person to say it. He has no choice at this point, unless he just tries to ignore it, which
he does. You know, Donald Trump do ignore some stuff, though.
Yeah, my goal, well, not goal, but my plan is you see it hit 5,000. That's when you'll see everything we're talking about, which I think will be this month. So. Yeah.
Oh, bold prediction. You hear this guy here? Bold predictions.
Yeah.
Bold predictions. We can Twitter bomb. Listen, we're saving. We got a plan. We actually, who else we say? We need somebody to Twitter bomb something today.
We were talking about Chief Keef last time.
No, it was something new. It was a new one today, though. Wasn't it?
Oh, no.
I forgot. It slipped my memory, but he'll definitely respond. Mm-hmm. He said,
got 4,000 followers. Let's do it.
Hey, listen, not yet. We're gonna do a concerted effort. Let's build up some more of these platforms first, and we will definitely go hard at them.
Yeah.
So for the free Bitcoin today, what are we gonna do?
For the free Bitcoin today, let's see. Tell us exactly. Let's see. Would you invest in Bitcoin.Africa in Nigeria? If you were in Nigeria, they have BitPesa for Kenya. Now they have Bit Africa for Nigeria. Would you invest? And if you would, how much? Because some people have concerns that it's Nigerian. They have a bad reputation.
Nigeria, you know what? If anybody's Nigerian out there, I don't want to offend you, but this is about to be a fact. Mm-hmm. I've traveled to many countries, and the countries where a lot of Nigerians are there first, unfortunately, they do it's too much scamming. They look down as a scammer. I literally had to speak up first before I'm shown any respect. Because they're like, oh, okay, you're American. Because if I don't talk, all they used to see is black guys who are Nigerians. So yeah,
I mean, would you invest? Would you use it? Because they have the stigma. However, this is what, Bitmar is in Zimbabwe. But this is what blockchain is for. So you can have transparency with people, so people can't get over on you. You know what I mean? So if there's an African coin, maybe, but maybe a bit more than true. So tell me if you would put your public address. And we'll send that free Bitcoin. We'll keep this conversation going.
So wait, what's the thing for the free Bitcoin? Just like so I can get it.
Would you invest in Bitcoin.Africa?
Oh, would you invest in Bitcoin.Africa? You already know. Give us like a why. Don't just say yes or no, people. In the public address. All right. And with that interesting fact, for people who keep talking about Bitcoin, how much you have. So South Africa is supposed to be a Bitcoin haven or whatever. It's another place. However, a report just came out. It was in one of the articles on one of the websites today. It said, on average, South Africans are only spending $398 on Bitcoin. Which is still a lot than some places. But people, I'm telling you, it is still not too late to get a good amount. We know it's expensive, so you don't have to do it all at one time. But it's not too late, and the price is going up. We joked about it last week, but the truth is, we used to send 0.1 Bitcoin out. 0.1 Bitcoin is a decent amount of money. It was a few $100, couple $100, right? $400. So imagine this time next year how much 0.1 Bitcoin is going to be.
I know, right?
It might be $800 for 0.1. You don't know. So like I said, accumulate slow. Do we got anything else?
That's all for me.
Life's been good weekend. We got a lot of products coming out this week. We feeling energized. I'm giving out my shout out to Mr. Pink. I've been on my Mr. Pink energy drinks. Got me wired up. And other than that, subscribe to the channel. Follow us at Kirby Crypto, KRBE CRYPTO. Instagram, which I still haven't posted a picture. YouTube here, of course. Twitter, Facebook. Of course, I Go Live. Thank you for all these great likes, people. All the love. They're showing us love over here. I Go Live. We do the behind the scenes too, because I stay on here when I go off. So feel free to get on there at kingbless.com. Steam it. Take care, people. Happy Monday. What's going on, my I Go Live people?